Hey, welcome to Tuesday with Bearded Veteran Creates. For those that haven't been here before, it is World War One Tuesdays, where me and John are currently working on, I'm working on this version of the Austin.
And I'm working on that.
Yeah. So it's going well. We're nearly done, actually, aren't we? Well,
yeah.
We say that.
We'll say that.
But everything seems to take 10 times longer than what it should.
Yeah, it's all good, though. Very much enjoying it.
Yeah. It's good fun. Yeah. How are you?
Had a full pizza earlier. It was delicious. What did I go for? Bellissimo. So clearly, olives and all that stuff, traditional Italian sort of style.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody delicious.
Nice. I've just received a gift off Adam. It's a very Welsh gift. I'll show you because it's really cool. It's possibly the most Welsh gift I could get, right?
Syphilis.
And it's not Penderyn. So came with it was a bottle of Ultimate Dark Earth Wash or Dark Dirt Wash, and then I shall switch the camera over to show you. So that is part of a Welsh tradition. It's a 3D print. But it's part of a Welsh tradition where I think it was either New Year or Halloween. The men of the village, some of the men of the village used to go around with, there'd be a man under there and he'd be holding a horse's skull. And they'd go to the local public house and they had to have a debate sort of in Welsh poetry, sort of backwards and forwards. You know, like on Assassin's Creed where you have, it's like a battle where you do poetry against each other. It's that sort of thing, but in Welsh. And if the person that answered the door at the pub didn't win, then they had to buy all the guys that were coming in a pint.
All right.
Or something like that. But that is really cool. Thank you, Adam. I like it. Looking forward to painting that.
Very cool. So that's, what would you call it? A nice Stedford.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember what it's called exactly. I'll have to look it up during the stream. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm impressed he found that. Yeah, it was I think it was still being done into the mid 1900s, if not longer.
Right. I've not heard of it, so yay.
Yeah. Bob says, Primus in Roman soldier mode.
Duke says, well done, Robert. G'day, all you beautiful people. Can't watch live again tonight. Tested positive for RSV, like the flu.
We'll watch tomorrow. Syncytial virus.
There you go. Mornings are better than evenings for some reason. Have a strong stream.
It's probably because you've rested overnight. Yeah, it's basically like a mild flu that can get more serious in older people.
Right.
It comes from grotty. Well, obviously, I'm not saying his grandkids are grotty, but that it comes from kids. The well-known virus spreaders. GM says, "Why am I up at 4:30 a.m. banned local time to watch this?" Oh, that's right. Third position today, Mr. Bobby Duke RSV. What's that? Really shitty virus? Get well soon, huh?
Yeah. And he goes on to say, hello, all you others on the panel and chat. Boo. Lol.
Jim says, greetings to all in chat and on screen.
And hello, GM and all the usual suspects in chat.
Hello. Paul says, hi all. Hello, Paul.
And Adam says, hello, pretties.
Yeah. GM says, Mum's here.
Oh. Julian says, afternoon all.
TBG says, hi everyone. Hi, TBG.
And what's your panel, says Julian?
Paul says, I've been enjoying buying kits over the last 24 hours. Don't enjoy it too much, bud. Your missus won't thank you if you enjoy that too much.
Joe says, good morning all. Doctor's appointment early today. Mikey, what's that sub number? How many subs do you have for your channel?
Oh, 998.
Ah.
It went up to 801. But I think I looked up afterwards. I think what it is because it's unusual for 3 people to subscribe at the same time or in such a short space of time on my channel. It went, oh, something's going on here. So that it sort of cancelled them.
Weird.
So it went back down to 998. Adam says something a bit different for you. He is.
Yeah.
Certainly is.
It's a Mary Lloyd?
Mary Lloyd. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. It's going to go on my shelf up.
Jim says, got to try an authentic Chicagoland thin crust pizza, John. Every neighborhood in Chicago has a local pizzeria that turns out great thin crust pizza. Highly recommended. Yes, I would like to get to Chicago one day. I've not been there.
Aussie Ian says, good day, everyone.
Hello, Ian. Julian says, Mikey, Mary Lloyd? Mary Lloyd, meaning grey mare. It's a unique midwinter Welsh folk custom practice between Christmas and New Year when revelers carry a decorated horse's skull.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's it for chat. Yeah.
Huzzah.
That is really cool.
That is very cool. Now, you bear with me for a moment. I need to go and there's a Pokeball that I fixed for my daughter. I'll go and hand it to her. I'll be back in just a mo.
Okay. And Adam, there's a note off Ultimate Modeling Products in here for you. It says, hi, Adam. Thanks for your order. Lee, Kate, and Josh. There we go. So, message him and tell him it was really appreciated. Adam says, it was going to be a dragon originally, but then I saw that and I was like, well, that's the one. Yeah, it's cool. I like dragons and I like that. That's really cool. Spruce says, hi, Mike, John, and chat. Hello. And Modern Student says, good morning, y'all. Good morning. How are you doing? Great. Let's get on with these Austins, shall we? There we go. So, last night as well, I did some more on the base on that. So, I couldn't find my Vallejo sand. So what I did instead was I got some AK water gel effects. Water gel effects. And put lines of it on. There you go. Put lines of it on there to make ridges for the sand. And then I just primed it and painted it in sand color, sand beige. And then I'm going to put water over the top of it. Well, obviously not water, it's going to be resin, but there we go. That was fun. This light's far too bright. Jem says, Julian, so that's more pagan stuff. The northern heathens practice then. It's supposed to be good luck. So that's where we're up to on mine.
Oh, okay. So what did you do off camera?
I painted the guns and put the gun deflectors on. I also painted the spot lamps and put them in. And the hatches. And I did the wheels. I also finished doing those, which are the like mud ladders things.
Yeah.
Did the tools and I finished doing, well, I got to do the battery box.
Okay, so your turret is quite different to mine because mine only open on one side. They've got the hatch on one side. Can yours open all the way across?
Yeah, so you can either have them both shut or one open or both open.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, and you've got what, Hotchkiss guns or Lewis or something?
Fine.
Okay, so you're minor Vickers.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. There you go.
Because the Russian ones were the earlier models, so they had the Vickers machine guns on, I think. Whereas the British ones were the later ones. So they had the Hotchkiss on because they developed a belt for the Hotchkiss by then.
Right.
Ammunition belt.
Okay. So I reckon I've painted mine. I think dark iron, and I've realised that no, Vickers guns they're just black. So I'll repaint them. What I can reach, certainly.
Yeah, I just did mine
Black.
in NATO black and then just put some gloss over them.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'll do then. NATO black.
Paul says, I finally have my Edward 148th Fokker D3. Yeah, it's a nice kit, though.
Yeah.
Bob, well, don't know what happened, but suddenly the stream disappeared and then replaced with a reaction to the Mummy. Brendan Fraser version? What the fuck? Weird. I'm not 1,000 subs yet, so it's not shouldn't be adverts. Although YouTube. TVG says, will you back practice then, Julian? Paul says, where is Trevor? Good question. Well presented. No idea. I think your palette's seen better days, mate.
Yeah, I know. I really need to get a new one. It's fair munted.
GM says, Bobby, the channel jumped here on startup, but then flickered back to main screen. Oh, weird. How very strange. Take them out. I left the turrets so that I can take them off for now, because I can guarantee if I don't, when I try and do stuff like that, I'll grab hold of the top of the turret and break things off.
Oh, yeah. I figure I'll do the same at some point.
One problem I did have was, you see this bracket here for the mud boards?
Yeah.
That wasn't where you're told to bend it, wasn't the right place to actually fit these in. But what that meant was when I rebent it in the right place, it was weakened and it snapped.
Ah, yeah. And
because I couldn't glue the two ends together, what I've done is took a little bit of photo etch, put it across the two pieces, and then glued that to the two pieces. So it's a bit stronger. That now fits nicely. Like that.
Cool.
All I've got to do now is paint over that last little bit where I've strengthened it. And for that, I will use a bit of primer. Just a little drop, so I don't need the big bottle.
Boom, 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 boom.
Do you know what? Even though we've been doing this over 2 years now, that theme tune is still catchy.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says about the fact that I've generated AI images to make it.
Well, it's a weird hill to die on because, yeah, you can be opposed to it, but it's just like, oh, I don't like bicycles, but there'll still be bicycles in your life.
Exactly. But every comment helps the channel, so whether it's negative or not.
Alrighty, so I painted my lanterns for the top hatches last week, so I'll have a look. I think I've got an entry step somewhere, but I probably haven't painted.
Yeah, I've got entry step to put on.
What part is it? Oh, God. Looking back at the early part of the instructions, yeah, it's so long since we put this engine and chassis rail together.
Yeah.
So what do we got? This is episode 18.
Yeah.
Cripes.
That's a lot of episodes so far.
DA44.
Just Baby Cake says, hi everyone. Hello, Monica. TVD says, hi, Monica. And Baby Cake says, hi, James. There we go. Hopefully that should dry pretty quickly. It's only a small area. Could do a touching up that, actually. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to Trevor this morning, but he was late yesterday as well, so he could just be busy.
Maybe.
He'd usually let me know if he's not going to be on. Jem says, Smeeg's channel goes into never-ending ads on starting. Every 30 seconds, 6 ads. I have to rewatch the stream as I missed over 2/3 due to the ads. Yeah. Yeah, he seems to have them turned up quite high, Terry.
Well, it's probably not his fault. I don't understand. I think no matter what selections you make on these platforms, they're going to do what you don't want them to do anyway.
Well, you can set it. You can set how much, not specifically how many adverts, but whether it usually does a lot of ad breaks or if it only does a few. If you know what I mean. And I think he's got his set up quite high because if you watch Moz's stream, Moz's is about every 15 to 30 minutes, and he's turned his down. The model student says, I think if someone uses AI to actually enhance the appearance of their model, that's a bit dodgy. Everything else is just fun and creative. Exactly. As long as you're not trying to alter reality, what's the problem? At the end of the day, I'm not going to be able to find a dragon, lion, kangaroo, a chimpanzee, a fox, and a barn owl and get them all to sit around the table talking about a model whilst I photograph them.
It does sound like the setup of a really bad joke, though, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Now,
Jerry's in. He says, hello, everyone. Hello, Jerry.
Hello. All right.
I believe, from what I remember seeing the other day, Jerry is a new channel. He's just set up his own channel.
There you go.
So do check him out. John's just eating his microphone there.
No, I just think I can hear rain. Just give me a second. Open the door. Yeah, I can. It's raining.
Yeah. You'll have all the audience will be waiting, bursting for a piddle soon. Jem says, "G'day, Monica. Will you be posting again soon? Wife and I looked at your friend's posts, but nothing of yours was seen." Yeah. I'm intrigued with this dark dirt wash as well. I've never used the Ultimate Weather washes yet. I've got a couple of them.
I've only got light dirt. It doesn't have the effect I want it to, but it's quite easy. You literally just paint over the entire thing and then wipe it off the next day or whenever it dries.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's had one too many Guinnesses and then crapped in a bowl.
Well, that could be half of the UK, couldn't
it? See? Ah. There you go. Very dark dirt. Interesting.
Oh, get on there.
I'm sure I've got that earth wash as well. Let's have a look. Baby Cake says, "Hi GM, not right now, but maybe in the future." And Paul says, "I'm not sure if I've told you lot, but I have misplaced the instructions for the HMS Belfast build. So I think it's off to Scalemates to download a set."
Oh, crikey. It shouldn't be that hard to find.
No. And then Baby Cakes is waving to Julian, and Julian saying, hi, Monica. There we go. Right. Left. I did all that painting that over the weekend, and I still forgot to paint the bloody mud guards. Front mud guards. Because I'm a stupid boy. Jim says, hello, Baby Cakes. I'm sure she'll say, hi, Jimothy. All right. So there's a couple of pieces I need to put on. Too much. Oh yeah, I didn't show you yesterday, did I? I primed the chassis for the fire engine for Friday.
Oh, good size.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's 28 centimeters long. So yeah, I just need to spray that black now. Because I am not brush painting all that. Right. A bit of photo etch that I knocked off. Did I knock it off? Hey, Lysander's making an appearance.
Hello, Lizzie.
Hello. Ah, there it is. Right, need that. I was hoping I didn't break that. No, I haven't. Phew, that's all right. That's all right. Oh, don't need that. Ah, I'm stuck. There we go. Jim says, Paul, which kit of HMS Belfast is it? Jem says, okay, thanks, Monica. Wife had hoped to see your handiwork. We were. Baby Cake says, hi, Jim. Molstone says, thank God Scalemate's post instructions. Very handy. Yeah. Paul says, Julian, it's the 1/350th trumpet kit. Baby Cake says, oh, thank you, GM. I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Get some content up. You'll be fine. Jerry says, not much to see on my channel yet. Second video coming soon. Learning to edit and all that, so pretty basic stuff to start with. Hey, it's all good. It's all part of the learning curve. I haven't done video for ages, but it's because my computer can't handle editing software other than CapCut, and I will not be using CapCut anytime soon.
All right, now let those dry. What I do need to do. Sorry, you go on.
Molstone says, I like OpenShot Video Editor. It's very easy to use and it's free. Might look at that. Go on, John.
Oh, I was going to say I need to paint a couple of these photo etch bits in the olive green, and then before I whack them on. So while I'm doing that, I might as well do that last step I haven't done as well. Literally step, that one.
Yeah. Bob says, basic stuff sums me up perfectly. Julian says, Paul, PDF for the instructions. Oh, there we go. He's a good one, is our Jules. He's a helpful being. Right. These apparently go to the back mudguards and underneath the turrets. Probably is I need to paint them first. Gefell. So I need to paint that side.
All right. So I'll go to the booth, but I won't move the camera. I'm not going to be there long enough to make it worthwhile, so I'll just stand over there. Paint these.
I've already done that one. That's handy. Right, so that one is drying. So if I've been sensible, I'd have left that on the spruce sheet and then paint it like I've done with the other one. But I'm not sensible. Paul says, cheers, Julian, mate. Very much appreciated. Julian says, help for a heathen. You mean Mikey? Ha 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 ha. Get. Jem says, Monica, Koreans are very focused on crafts and modeling. Ki Young is looking at starting a similar hobby, but neither of us has seen diamond dots, etc. Yeah, diamond dots, pretty good. My wife does it. Takes a lot of patience.
Your wife?
No.
Oh, the hobby.
Yes. I would never say that about Kaylee, but I would be castrato. I would be castrato pretty quickly. Joe says, the heathen is getting soft. Paul says, I've just downloaded the file. Thanks for the help, Julian. All right, that can go there for now, where I can see it next to that. All right. Knife. Baby King says, it's very relaxing, GM. I really enjoy it. Good. And Matthew says, hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late making UV resin headlights for the M41. Nice. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you, John. You know these spot lamps on the top?
Yes.
What I did for the inside ones, because the inside was painted with white and enamel paint.
Okay.
Real things. So what I've done is I painted it with white primer, and then to make the bulb look sort of glassy, I painted it with light aluminium.
Okay.
So because it's so light aluminium is so light, especially when it's got surrounded by the white, it just looks like a little pearl sort of thing in the middle. It looks quite nice. Right, now I've got to try and get that onto the crikey Moses. Right. Oh, I hate these little fiddly bits. Right. What I'll do is I'll put a little blob of glue on that end. Shit. So the problem is bloody glue, it runs really fast. I really don't want to get this wrong. Damn it. Actually, it's not far out. It's close enough, I think. Yeah, once it's got once I've put a bit of dark earth on it, that'll be fine. Marley Sheen says, we're in the mid-40s here this week. I'm just sticking to Gunpla, almost literally. No glues or paint to dry. Hopefully it's... apparently it's going to get hot again next week. But at the minute, it's 24 degrees in here. So it's probably about 18, 19 degrees outside, which is really nice. Much better than last week.
Good.
Matthew says, Mikey will have a proper go at animating your figure. Thank you, buddy. James says, Matthew was looking at the clear UV resin kit from Icky Sticky last week. That's given me ideas on clear parts I hadn't considered before. Caution is needed with UV torches, though. Yes. Don't shine them on your skin. Because you will get sunburnt, and eventually, if you do it too much, it'll cause a lot of problems later in life. Right, so that's one of them on.
Here we are. Yeah, it looks different with double wheels on the back there. Mine, of course, does not have that.
No. And they're not actually white, obviously. I've painted them off white, but it's just very white on this camera because of the light.
Alrighty, now.
Okay. Now let's try and do this side.
Oh, excuse me.
Do you know what? I might just put glue on one side for this one. There you go. It's not quite straight, but this is me. It's never going to be perfect. There you go. As long as it's there, that's what matters. Paul says, I had a dream last night. I got another 1/350th HMS Belfast and built it like each part is floating in the air, connected to each other, part by brass or copper wire as a reference model. You have some weird dreams, dude. I mean, fair play, but it must have been a bit weird. Jem says, Paul, Dreamweaver ambitions, maybe? Paul says, maybe. Right, and whilst that's drying, I can put these on. I know I can't because I need to touch up the paint on them. Gosh darn it. Actually, that one's all right. Except in there. You won't really see that. Dark Earth, where are you? There you go. That's one thing I quite like about World War I vehicles is, unless you like the A7V that we're doing next and the Saint Chamond, the rest of the colour schemes are pretty simple, especially the British vehicles. It's just Dark Earth or slightly greeny or something.
Okay, I'd accidentally broken two of the supports for my rear mud guards. I'll just take it off and glue it all again. Why not?
Yeah, because you got nothing better to do, have you, John?
It won't be the first time it'll fall off. Or the only time, I mean.
Yeah, it happens.
Let's try that again.
I'm finding now that it's quite hard to find places to hold on to this when I need to move it around.
Exactly.
Especially with the turrets being rounded.
It's like, yeah, by the time we finished the omnibus, it was hard to, you'd look at it and it would start falling apart.
Yeah.
Bits everywhere. It's amazing.
Doesn't help that I'm quite clumsy. Paul says, it was definitely cool and one of the better dreams I've had in a long while. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I've got cool stickers as well with that parcel. Oh. So I've got the Ultimate Modelling Products one, obviously. I also got a Ninja Prints one. I've not had one of those yet before. That's pretty cool. I like it. It's a Ninja Kitty. Ooh, that's a nice cup of coffee. Read. That'll be all right.
Let's try that a different way.
So that needs to go on there, like that. Just like that. Right, so I need something to hold that on so it doesn't move. Because I've got to put another bracket on. But I can only put that on once that's in place. Right. There it is. I'm hoping I don't get glue all over the place with this. I'm also hoping I don't break the damn thing.
Well, what have you done that? So I've broken my step in half already.
Oh no!
Before I've even mounted it the first time.
It's very easy to do with MiniArt stuff, isn't it? And it's not because of the lack of quality or anything. It's just because everything's so fine.
Yeah. I'll get on there. I'm smearing glue everywhere, of course.
I'm sure I will be now. Where's my tweezers? Yep, there you go. Just got it on there. Oh, nearly. Right, back ones. Come on. There we go. There we go. Hey, did it without too much drama. So they're on now. Lovely jubbly. Paul says, I know Germany got knocked out of the World Cup last night. Wow, bloody hell. That's unusual. But I woke up to news that the Dutch got knocked out of the competition too. Bloody hell.
Wow.
Scotland's been knocked out as well.
We play Egypt next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even sure when that is.
Oh. I'll try and show you those lights now. That's probably a better picture. If I can focus on that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on, brightness. Yeah, struggling with it. It doesn't help when it keeps turning the brightness right up. There you go. You just about see it. I think I'd have to turn the brightness even further down.
No, it's fine.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, that looks all right.
Yeah. Looks like glass, doesn't it? Aha! Steve Horman says, hi everyone, have a great day. Hello, Steve. How are you doing, buddy? And my watch seems to be charged. Wonderful. We've got 23 people watching in a minute. Cool. It's good for a Tuesday. Right. I do prefer to have my watch on. Feels weird not having a watch on during the day. Part of a gentleman's everyday carrier, apparently. There we go. Steve says, much better than last days. Finally, nice weather in Belgium. Nice. Good. And Tim A says, cars are looking ace, gents. Thank you, Tim. Did Tim tell you what he did on Sunday?
No.
He got his days muddled up and got all excited and went in his room and set up the computer and everything and sat there wondering, why has Mikey not sent me the link to the stream yet? And then when he looked at his calendar, he went, oh, because it's Sunday. It's like one of those days when you wake up and you think, oh, I'm late for work, only to get dressed and then realize, oh, wait, I'm not in work today.
Yeah.
In fact, for me, that's pretty much what it is. Paul says it's rained where he is. Yeah. Well, the grass needed it after the last week. So. Julian says, my afternoon is sorted watching Women's T20 World Cup cricket. First semi-final, Australia versus West Indies. There we go. Could let that try set. Cricket's just one. I mean, yeah, saying that, there's a lot of sports I've never really been able to get into watching. In fact, most sports. I think sports is just one of those things that I don't go out of my way to watch.
Yeah. I'm much the same. Like, I'll happily sit and watch cricket, like when it's on.
Yeah.
Same with footy or whatever, but like, you know, it's not usually, I mean, when I'm at home, it's not on, you know what I mean? But if it's at a pub or whatnot, then I'll certainly watch.
Yeah. So, like I did medical, I said the other day, I did medical cover for a few of the under 21s the under 21s football World Cup a couple of years ago. For like England, Germany and stuff like that, and England, Wales. And it was interesting to watch, sat at the sidelines. But I wasn't like, yay, go England or go Wales or whatever. I was just like, oh, this is pretty cool. They run real quick. I really hope I don't have to sort of run into the middle of the pitch in front of hundreds and hundreds of people. June says, rained here too, briefly, typically while I was outside. It waited for you, Julian. Oh, wait, no, don't want that glue.
Oh. So I'm having one of my hatches open, one closed.
Cool. That's kind of what I decided to do, but I did it both spot lamp hatches open. And then just one like crew hatch closed. Just so it's got a bit of difference on either side. For a bit of visual interest, as they say. As the saying goes, old boy.
So I will need to go back and respray that. It's got a little bit of white edge around that hatch there, but it's no big deal. And I think if we go plonk into there. So with this down all the way, even though I've opened up the hole at the base for the turret, it sticks up just a couple of thou, I think, and I don't really like it. It's a bit wobbly.
Yeah.
So what I think I'll do is what it says to do in the instructions and cut the base off that central pillar there and just glue the turret in place.
Yeah, that's what I've done. Well, I've not glued it in place yet, but that's what I'm going to do. So that is my intention.
Snip. How's that go? Oh, much better. Yeah, they must have realised there was a couple of mil out or a couple of thou out in the kit and said, yeah, do this as a fix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't complain. Just do this.
Just do it. Right.
Drop the bracket. There it is. No, dropped it again. Oh, shit.
All right.
Get off my tweezers. Thank you.
It's a Rolling Stones song, I think.
Oh, get off my tweezers.
Yeah.
Julian says, me too, Mikey. Always found cricket too long and drawn out. The short form T20, I do like, though. 4.5 hours instead of 5 bloody days. Yes.
Yeah, T2's awesome. T20, I should say. Sorry, T20.
Hmm.
T2 is also good. That's a tea shop, you know. Very different.
Miss Modeller's in. She says, I love World War One armored cars. They have too much. They have so much character and uniqueness. They do. And welcome, Lexi. We've not seen you for a while.
No.
Hello, Trevlar.
And a bit of self-aggrandizement, Miss Modeler. If you have a look at my channel, Bearded Veteran Create. No, wrong. My channel.
Yeah, look at Bearded Veteran Create, Miss Lexi.
I've recently had to go at that Hella Canadair's 415, so you can have a look at it and see how it turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, chaps. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Hello, Trev. You're back in the jungle.
I do apologise for being late on duty, but I got a note from Mum, so
That's all right then. Yeah. Every Tuesday, Lexi, we do World War One builds. So I'll say the minute we're doing the Austin, but in a couple of weeks when we finish this, we'll be doing the Meng A7V with the full interior. So that'll be fun. So if you like World War One builds, definitely watch on Tuesdays. Julian says, hi, Lexi. I think the same with everything before computers designed everything to a function, especially the same function. So a lot of cars, for example, look the same. Yeah, I see what you mean there. I was reading that. I was like, where the hell is he going with this? Lexi says, I've been destroyed by mental health wise, so I've not been super active anywhere. That's fine. I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah.
Mental health sucks. Or mental ill health sucks. Mental health in general is not a bad thing. Yeah. I do hope you feel better soon. She says, can you post a link to the channel? Yes, Julian or Jim. They're both moderators. They can post John's link for you. And Julian says, T2, hell, John, 2 overs each. I'd be better in half. Well, it'd be over in half an hour.
Yeah.
And she says, thank you.
All right. Now, spotlight time.
So that's looking better now.
Oh, see, I'm gluing my turrets in place, but I don't know. I haven't decided which way I want them facing. So maybe I'll face them both sort of forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just either side of the top of the turret, top of the cab. That's it.
That'll do.
You can always. One of the interesting things with, because yours is sort of Russian type one, what you could do is have them backwards, because the Russian tactics was to drive forward and then reverse out.
Yeah, I was thinking that, which is I had this one facing backwards. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll go, one backwards.
Yeah, because that was sort of Russian doctrine, wasn't it? When it came
to back into confrontation, blow the crap out of them, and then get out of there quickly when you can or when you have to.
Yeah, which is why they had the steering compartment at the back.
Yeah.
Lexi says, going to lurk for now whilst I do some gardening. Why not?
Sure.
Julian's put the link into John's channel. If you haven't already, do make sure to go and lube and subscribe. And Lexi says thank you. She has subscribed.
Oh, lovely.
There we go. You got another subscriber. So for those that don't know why I'm saying lube and subscribe, it's because ages ago we had someone who kept complaining saying about saying like and subscribe because YouTubers do it a lot. So it does help the channel, and it does remind people, because there's times where we might only have 4 or 5 likes, but we might have 30 people watching. But as soon as we remind people, it jumps up. So that's why we do it. And obviously it helps the channel because the YouTube algorithm likes it. So what we did is, to get around saying like and subscribe, we say lube and subscribe, because it's funny and it's silly. And we like silly on this channel. Joe says, okay, I'll see you later. Time to drive to doctors. Good seeing all, especially Miss Modeler and Trevor the Terror.
Trevor the Terror.
Let's try it again.
And he says, let me like before leaving. Please do. It is appreciated. And GM is waving to Joe. And Joe says, one more, Mikey. Thank you, Joe. Let's see. How are we doing on the old lube and subscribe? Oh, Gary's Gazelle video's gone up 5 hours ago.
Yeah,
nice.
That's right. I haven't watched it yet. I shall.
Was that the helicopter one?
Yeah, the little sort of ethics offering that you guys have got over there.
Yeah, you made quite a good job of it.
Yeah.
Well, it looks great in the thumbnail. Yeah.
Julian says, I remember that, Mikey. I think we dared to say like and subscribe twice in just over 2 hours. Yeah. So it's sort of a tongue-in-cheek taking a mick out of that person, whilst also being a bit silly, which I'm prone to do in my madness. Right. Aha. Instructions.
Nah, you don't need them.
I do, because I can't remember the bloody part number. DB16. All right.
Instructions? What do you want instructions for?
I'm looking forward to getting back on working on the fire truck. That's going to be fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, did you do a bit over the weekend, or?
Yeah, oh, crap. I finished building the chassis and primed it.
That's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, 28 centimeters long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to paint.
Oh, we're talking about. You remember yesterday I was doing the big, and I came across a bit of a problem with the nose wheel. It's hovering slightly above the tarmac. Right, I've sorted out a fix for it. So here's the problem. I'll put this down here.
Sure.
Right. Okay, let's move it back a bit. Right, the nose wheel is slightly off the deck. It's not a tail sitter because it's got dual.
It's just sort of balancing.
Yeah, just sort of balancing on its aft wheel. So anyway, the fix is, I've got a external tank that I had made up for the center line, which I'd glued together and all that sort of stuff. And I thought, well, I can't get that apart and get nose weights in or whatever. But there is a second one in the kit, so I'm going for the other center line tank, and I've oxy resin some. There we go. So that's. There we go. That's the one I'd made, how many litres that is. And the other one out of plastic. I haven't put the fins on it yet, but that's got some weight in it. And going on the centre line there, it's forward of the double axle.
Yeah.
And I've made a centre, like I've got a brass pin on it, so it'll not sort of come off with the extra weight there. And that'll be enough to keep the nose wheel on the deck. So that'll do. I'll do that off camera during the week or whatnot.
Paul says, my just given page for the British Heart Foundation London to Brighton off-road bike ride in September 2026 is now just £40 from hitting the £350 total. I've only had it going for a month. Well done, buddy. I'm sure it'll help a lot of people. And he says the scale modelling world is generous. Yeah.
Can be.
GM says, Mikey, Bobby has sent via Sydney a Hele Grey Ferguson tractor and trailer with farmers. I'll see this when I return to Korea. I'm going to forward to a close-up look at it. Oh, looking forward to a close-up look. Yeah, it's a really nice kit, to be fair. I've not got the trailer, but I've got the tractor. It's rather nice.
The Petit Gris?
Yeah. And luckily, there's a guy that lives just a few doors up from me who owns one, a real one. And he keeps it on his drive.
Oh.
And sometimes he drives up and down the street in it to go to shows and stuff. Matthew says, well done, Paul. I'll sponsor you when I've got some money. Well done, buddy. Paul says, my HMS Belfast is 56.3 centimetres long. Yeah. That's a ship. That's a lot bigger than a fire truck. June says, Trevor, you need instructions, especially for a MiniArt kit, to avoid the end result looking like a 3D collaboration between Pablo Picasso and Jackson Pollock, a talented CAD designer.
Oh.
And Paul says, thank you, Matthew. Yeah, Jackson Pollock was quite an interesting artist, wasn't he?
Well, the Australian government bought one of his called Blue Poles, and it's still in the National Gallery. We paid a huge number of millions of dollars back in the 70s, I think it was, maybe 60s.
Yeah.
And it's to this day still universally hated by anyone who looks at it. He was a piece of shit.
Liz, when we were in school doing GCSE art, one of the things we had to do is we had like plaster Paris rock, so we had to paint a design on based on the work of a famous artist. So rather than doing an artist, I just did my like the camouflage scheme on like a World War I tank or something. So kind of cubism, I suppose, maybe. But my mate did his based on Jackson Pollock, and he loved it because he painted it blue and then just stood there just flicking paint across the table at it with his brush. Matthew says, how big would a 124 scale HMS Belfast be? Make an awesome RC model. Bit big for my printer, though. It would be huge. Read. Snips. What on earth? Oh. Oh, I could hear on the doors going. I was like, what the hell's that? And next minute, the door popped open and Kay's there with a cloth wiping all the door and everything. Bless her.
Sorry.
It's all right. There with the marigolds on.
Ooh.
She's a good egg. Certainly keeps me in check.
Someone has to.
Marigolds on. What is that?
The big yellow rubber gloves.
Oh.
The company that makes them over here is called Marigold.
Okay, so so you don't have Ansel. I know they make frangers and whatnot, but generally I think here they're better known for rubber gloves.
Yeah. No, we just call them marigolds.
How weird. You guys are weird. You're so weird. You're just weird. You're all weird.
Yeah, but you love us.
You're weird.
You wouldn't have us any other way.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Trevor's done a thing.
Yeah, I've just broken it in half.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
God.
Oh, crap.
It's so fragile.
That was truly awful to bend up.
Try bending down.
Yeah. Just don't bend over.
Yeah.
Come on. There you go. Kind of. That'll do. Just put a bit more glue on it.
Yes, a bit more glue.
Yeah. Or as we say in my family, do a Terry. Because my granddad's cousin, he builds his own motorbikes and everything. But whenever he's building anything out of wood, like a shed or anything, it's sort of the philosophy of why use one nail when you can use 20. Julian says, yeah, agreed, John. Just looked at the blue poles painting. Don't like it.
Yeah.
Jem, I met one of Mr. Hughes' mates trying to restore a Grey Ferguson. I filmed the whole thing for reference if a kit was found, of which is now in Korea. Thank you, Bobby. Nice. Paul says, Matthew, I would love to do an RC version. It would be a cool project. It would. Bob says, no worries, GM. I still have to set up the resin 3D printer to do the seagulls that always seem to follow field work.
Yeah.
Paul says, Trevor, a bit of glue and no one will know.
No.
Ghost says, morning, everyone. Good morning, Ghost. June says, B24, 1/24th Belfast would be 779.17 millimeters long by 8.42 millimeters wide. Are you sure it'd only be 8.42 millimeters wide if it's 78 centimeters long?
That's probably meant to be centimeters.
Very narrow. 8 centimeters is very narrow for a ship that long. Paul saying, Julian, is there 1/24th HMS Belfast kit and how much? I imagine if there was, it wouldn't be bloody cheap.
No, I keep looking at that trumpeter submarine, but it's like nearly 400 quid.
Oh, the one that Steph was doing. The budget modeler.
It might be, yeah. It's 148 scale or something like that, and it's a bit weird. It's massive. It's about 1 meter long.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one he's done. Yeah, he's just about done it.
Yeah. How is he, by the way? I've not heard of him for ages.
Oh, that's all right.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Julian says 80.42 millimeters. Whoops. There you go. Yeah, I thought 8 millimeters might be a bit narrow. Jem says, Bobby, I'll need a 2-plow kit to match the tractor, as the kit doesn't have one. I doubt the seagulls will follow just a tractor. You never know.
Yeah, seagulls will follow a tractor. if
Yeah.
it's in the field.
Matthew says, I know there is a flower class Corvette made by Revel that people have made RC. Nice.
Yeah, that's the old Matchbox one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry, Smeg. Yeah, he's doing a radio control version of the Tamiya Bismarck,
Oh, yeah.
which is coming along very well.
Nice.
All right. So I've just got 2 bits of wire there, so they'll eventually. Oh, they're hard to see, but they're going to hold the front visor open.
Yeah.
That
explains that bit. Okay. I wouldn't
Tell
be
you what,
that.
there's a lot of flash on this ICM.
The beer barrel Spitfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's before the current people took ICM over. It's an old kit.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed it, didn't we, John?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad at all. Bob says, Matthew, I have one of those Rebel Corvettes in my stash. 1/72nd scale is over a meter long. Good gravy. I've got is it 1/44 Mark 7 U-boat? Looking forward to doing that at some point. Adam says, fun one, longest ship during World War II. Yeah. Matthew says, Bob, yeah, that would keep you busy. And Bob says, it's got PE and rigging, frightens me. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Oh, we've got 27 watching, 18 likes in a minute. Cool. Come on, set your bugger. I'm waiting for the glue to set on this piece because it's the bar for fastening.
Oh yeah. Put a footrest in it.
No, it's for these mud boards at the side.
Oh yeah.
It has a plate that goes on over the top of them, and then it had like threaded bars that screw in. And it's the handle on the threaded bars broke, so it's just gluing it back on before I go to the actual bit. Matthew says, last boat I did was second-hand, rescued Tamiya Vokta torpedo boat. I don't remember what happened to it, as I don't have it now. Paul, my Tamiya 350th Tirpitz now has its props spinning. I have to take the rear deck off to get to the batteries. Bloody hell.
Very cool.
Julian says, holy hell, Batman. I just found the 196 HMS Belfast STLs for construction of an RC model. There we go. I'd keep you busy.
That's huge.
Be interesting to see how the resin would react to the water.
Yeah, it should be all right. Yeah.
That's a good cup of coffee. And Paul says, cheers, Julian. Matthew says, I can get landing craft in 1/16, but it's £780. But still got all the files to print. But would I trust it to take the weight of a Sherman tank? Depends how heavy the resin is once it's printed, I suppose. As long as it displaces more than the weight, combined weight, then it should be fine. Or, yeah. Jem says, tractor doesn't have PE or windows or rigging. I think I'm safe.
I think the MiniArt tractors do, and I think they have PE on them.
Paul says, Julian, I want it.
Right,
There you go,
that's the door butchered out of that bit.
It's supposed to be a threaded bar, but because I put super glue on the bracket, won't fit on, so it's not going to be a threaded bar, it's just going to be a handle. Which hopefully won't break off every 2 minutes.
Base blue.
Oh god, my hands are not steady.
Pop that bit on now.
It's my white paint. Maybe I've just bought too much paint. Oh, there we are. Right.
Can never have too much paint.
That depends, surely. If you have too much paint on the model, that's not going to look great, is it?
Oh, no. I thought you said he bought too much paint.
Well, that's handy. It's bloody broken off. Stupid epoxy things. All because that one piece stuck to the tweezers.
Bloody nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when it's bloody PE and it sticks to the tweezers.
Yeah.
See, you'd never know it broke. I've got one of these sticky things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a, I suppose it's a bit of round tube with a couple of light sticky ends on it for doing delicate bits and pieces and stuff. Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
You can tell you're getting old when getting up sounds like an opera.
Hey, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures, if that's all right. So, the Plastic Posse podcast, John Banani from the Plastic Posse podcast, is an American one. I guess the primary guy for it lives in Utah, but everybody else is spread around the nation. John Banani, one of those guys, was in Sydney, and he visited Hobbyco. So these are his photos. So I might as well. It basically says Hobbyco in downtown Sydney is pretty rad. So this is Hobbyco who sponsor me. So that's the Queen Victoria building. It's very nice. Wow. Yeah. quite nice. Not built by the Queen herself, but
Well,
yeah, a couple of kits there. All the hella ones at the end there, the bright yellow. Lots of Tamiya aircraft. Yeah, as you see, it's pretty good. There's 2 levels in the store, and that's looking out their front door at the rest of the QVB. It's pretty cool.
nice.
And paint range. What's this? Games at this end. Tools. Railway. Yeah. So there you go.
Nice.
So that's Hobbyco.
Bobby Co.
Nice.
See, the only one we've got like anywhere near like that around here is Chester Models. But you go in there and it's the guy upstairs is all trains and downstairs is all models. But the guy that's sat in the model counter, he's just sort of sat there like, would you like a bag with that?
Yeah, because Wassheim's quite.
Would you like to see the body?
Yeah, Wassheim's quite away from you, isn't it, Mikey? Jadlan.
Yeah, God, yes.
Yeah.
About 5 hours away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob says, "Hey, Chief of Research Julian, are there any STL files for the 124th plows? 2 bottom or 4 bottom? Got to keep GM busy." Julian says, "The main parts are probably PLA, Mikey, just resin for the detail of the superstructure." Yeah. Julian, £35 on CG Trader. There you go. The HMS Belfast RC working model ship.
Oh, that's cheap.
Jerm says the MiniArt tractors are 1930s era and look more like steam traction engines than tractors. Yeah,
Do.
they are really cool. Matthew says £27. Wow, it's just shy of 2 meters long. Ah, yeah, but you got to print it. Julian says, "Bob, I did look for them. There were none of images to turn into 3D models." Yeah. Hobby Time says, "Hi, guys." Hi, Hobby Time.
Hello.
Paul says, "I've recently started making my own rigging for the HMS Belfast build." Ooh. GM says, "Bobby, I'm busy enough. 2 plows would be very nice, though." Yeah. Be cool. Matthew says, "Next month I'm going to get that Belfast file and see how long it will take me to print. Probably about 3 months."
And a lot of resin.
Yeah. You'll just be sat in a cloud of resin vapor. GM says, "Bobby and Julian, I think I can attempt to scratch build a plow at some point."
Yeah, look, I'm still waiting for MiniArt are going to be releasing one of their Fordson tractors in 48 scale, and probably numerous other ones soon. So I've already got and have had for a couple of years the bomb trolleys that they'd use to load the Lancasters. So eventually I'll put the Lancaster on a bit of green with towing a couple of bombs and stuff. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, look awesome. Matthew says there's an RC boat club that meets in Bourneville down the road from me in the park. They have a large pond. Yeah. Well, they struggle to sail their RC boat with that one. Julian says, "Matthew, if the tank's the right scale, weight, probably not. £4,375 or so. I'm going with no."
Oh, cripes.
Paul says, "Trevor, I'm at the Eastbourne Scale Modelling Show this Saturday."
Yeah, I'm going to that. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You'll bump into each other, no doubt.
Yeah. What time are you going, Paul? I'm going to go about 10:30ish. Hopefully.
Meet up and go, "That Mike's a fucking asshole. I wish he'd shut up."
No, I wouldn't say that.
And then
That's
you
a
barely
pregnant
understand that,
pause.
John. Have you got pregnant, John?
People. You would be ashamed of yourself at your age. What you've been doing, disgusting.
Young man.
Young man.
Nora.
There we go.
Come on.
So So what have we got left? All I've got the last two pieces to go onto the side lamps. These little tiny ones here, and I'm going to knock them off before I put them on, I think. But
Yeah, I drilled mine, John.
yeah, and use a bit of brass.
I drilled them. Yeah, I drilled them and put a little bit of rod, and then on them. Yeah, because I've done the same thing. I knocked them off about 3 times.
Well, the side lamps.
Yeah, and the
oh. No, I tell a lie. I've got brackets that go on. Oh, I've got the starting handle. I've got brackets that hold the front mudguards in place. No, I'm not done yet.
Yeah. Oh, the PE bits. Yeah, at the front. Yeah.
Who am I kidding?
Yeah.
Shut up, Marley, and get on with it.
Fib to everyone, John. Did you just fib to our audience?
I fibbed.
You bastard.
That's all right. They don't trust me anyway.
Yeah, never trust an Australian.
Nah, that's why we sent them all. That's why we sent them all over there, wasn't it, in the first place? Because they couldn't be trusted.
Bastards.
Sent them over there because they couldn't be trusted.
That's it. Yeah.
Sent the women over because they couldn't be trusted. That's what you said.
No, we sent the women over there to keep you lot company.
Yeah.
That way we left the men behind to keep you company. Oh, ha, ha, right back at ya.
Oh, God.
Right.
Left.
No, I'm just thinking, right, I need to find my cranking handle, but that sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? B15.
I'll tell you how bad it is. They call all the women Sheila, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all they said. They only have to remember one name.
Is your name not Bruce? She's good Sheila Bruce and not at all stuck up.
Why am I putting all these little silly bits on that when it's closed up you won't see?
Because that's all part of the fun.
Because you love it.
Well, that's what John keeps telling me anyway.
Yeah.
Go swimming. Oh, sorry, I've got Peter Gabriel stuck in my head now.
The Multitude says, I have 2 local hobby stores. They are polar opposites. One is always happy to see you and interested in what you're looking for. The other seems constantly annoyed that you seem fit to bother them. Yes. Yeah. Battle Games, he's always really happy to see you. He's happy to have a chat and stuff like that. I need to get him. Next time I go in, I need to take my channel sticker because he wants a new one for his new till. Because he has his till, you sort of go in the door, and then he has his counter goes along and then across the length of the room, and then back into the corner, and then so you can see the whole shop. So he has his till to the side, so that he's got the whole counter to put stuff on and things. So he wants a new sticker for the till.
Nice.
Julian says, to be honest, I think the price of resin being so high compared to PLA, I would probably print most of Belfast, Hull, etc. in PLA and just the intricate upper bits in resin.
You can get 4 bottles which are you can get 4 bottles. I'm trying to think what litre. I think they're litre or whatever they cut. I can't bloody remember now. You can get 4 bottles for about 45 quid.
Yeah. Problem is, what do you do with it after all the runoff and stuff?
Oh, what the scrap bits?
Yeah.
You chuck them in the dustbin.
No, the liquid. The after when it's been washed and stuff, because you can't just put it down the drains, can you?
Yeah. I use water-based.
Yeah.
I just wash all my stuff under the tap.
More students say Australia. I wish someone would send me there.
Well, commit enough crimes, you'll be on your way.
Yeah.
They should bring back transportation. Jim says, bleep, there are 300 parts of Belfast model.
Deportation, you mean?
No, I said transportation.
I
We're
know,
not
yeah.
going to the political bit. Julie says, bleep, there are 300 parts on the Belfast model, and that's just the bits you print.
Yeah, trouble with PLA is if you put 10 bits on the plate, it will take 10 times as long to print. Whereas with resin, you can put 10 bits and it will take the same time as one bit, you know.
Yeah. Julian says, Belfast build instructions. Cool. And Better Looking Marley says, the model student, getting to Australia is easy, just steal a loaf of bread. There's a post on the Facebook page for the next town over last night. And it's a picture of 3 teenage lads. And they look like if they put a heavy coat on, they'd bend in the middle under the weight. And apparently they've been going into local shops and supermarkets in that town and stealing stuff every day. And they're obviously commenting in the comments because when people are gone, you know, they should be bloody ashamed of themselves and things like that. And, you know, why aren't the police doing anything? The parents need to, you know, start taking responsibility and stuff. And they're commenting saying, well, you're just jealous because you have to pay for your shopping and we don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're like, really? That's your attitude? In that case, you're going to be going to prison by the time you're in your 20s. And you're going to get stuck in a prison system. Because you apparently think you're entitled to just take things for free. Matthew says, yep, they've cut it to fit 20 by 20 by 20 centimeter bed, so it'll fit on mine in sub-assemblies. There we go. Wonderful. Right, so that's that bit done.
No, you know, I never thought a crank handle would be so tricky to get on. Oh, no, there we go. It was just, yeah, perfect. It's perfect. Oh, wow.
Turret's done that.
Awesome.
So it's just the battery box and the mud guards now. And the Pioneer tools. And then the decals. And then this, and then this, and then this.
Now, did you cut your covers off?
The rocket cover.
Ah, yeah, we didn't fit the rocket covers for the Spitfire.
The side panel, yeah, the side panels on the main fuselage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I've just gone to fit the engine in, and it won't fit.
Oh.
So
Spitfire, the beer carrying Spitfire.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it shows you in the picture to cut them off. And then there's another set. There's another set in the kit. I'm wondering if I need to cut them off to.
Yeah.
DA8.
We found, we couldn't get the cowls or the fuselage halves together, the front cowl on, without having the rocket covers not fitted. There's not enough detail in there to have the engine on display, I thought. And there's too much plastic in there to have it all together and close up the cowls.
I would concur. Okay. Okay. I can't remember which screw was D. Or DA, rather.
It's the long, skinny one.
The long, skinny one.
Long, skinny one.
Right. That'll be that one then.
The one that looks long and skinny.
Yeah.
Skinny and long.
I'm just looking because I didn't realise there's a little bit there, little square bit that goes onto the front there where the start handle goes into.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what it might be worth doing is putting the start handle through that and then put it on. Maybe.
Yeah. So I just put the crank handle on. It for me, yeah. I had to drill out the front, but the rest of it just fits perfectly well.
Yeah. The question is, where have I put my starter handle?
Oh, it should be on B15, is it? I can't
Right
recall
there.
now.
Yeah. Number 15.
Swimming.
I think I might end up building this without an engine.
Yeah, them young lads, apparently they've not only they've been stealing from the local supermarket, but they've also been following staff home and throwing stones at them and stuff. So yeah, they need to be taken care of by the police, I think. Especially if they don't even think they're doing anything wrong.
Well, that's it.
And if they're prepared to go on social media and brag about it and stuff. Stupid little scroats. Bring back Borstals.
Bring back what, sorry?
Borstals. They were like young offenders institutes, but rather than just being like a prison for kids, you had to stay in what was basically a boarding school run by ex-military instructors and things like that. And you were made to work from the minute you go to bed.
Uh-huh.
And if you did something stupid, then you'd get punished properly with things like isolation and stuff like that. And apparently, it is really effective because it made a lot of youngsters not want to reoffend because they were frightened of going back. Junior says, depends how you lay out the parts in the build plates. You could print one at a time or lay them out a bit like a sprue and print multiple bits at once. You could. Jem says, last thing Australia needs are bread thieves. Have enough drop kicks as it is. Paul says, the 350th HMS Belfast 1942 model kit is nearly 500 parts. Julian says, the long, skinny one. Not me then, as I'm 0 for 2.
P15.
James says, can't remember just how many parts make up the 1-to-1 scale P51D, but I remember we use over 100,000 rivets in 10 different sizes. Julie says, those kids need a kick-up 6 to put it politely. Yeah. What they need is a nice, shiny new pair of bracelets. And a bloody big 6.5-foot copper. Throwing them in the back of a van.
You can't do that to me.
Yeah. I'm just a kid. Yes, well, the legal age of accountability is 10 years old, mate. And you are well over it. So guess what, sunshine? In fact, time that. So fair, if I saw, I know if me or Kay or his grandparents saw Morgan on a post like that, we wouldn't be angry at the person that's posted it. We'd be bloody ashamed of his behaviour. And we'd make sure he knew it. We wouldn't just sit there and go, oh, well, there's nothing for them. Because that's their favourite one, is the parents go, well, there's nothing for them to do. What do you expect? Treat other people with a bit of respect. Not go around harassing female staff and following them home like sex pests. You know, basic human decency. But no, they try and excuse the behaviour.
Okay. What's next, he asks.
What the? Crazy. Something definitely wrong with this kit.
You can do it, Mr. Trevor.
Well, no, the engine won't fit in full stop, and the slot for the exhaust is too small.
Yeah, I think did have to sort of shave it a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry.
It's like just like having to shave it. It'd be like giving it a short back and sides.
There you go. That works. Right.
I wonder if I can glue the fuselage together and then put the engine in
I
afterwards.
wonder how Lexi's getting on with her gardening.
Yeah, anybody want to?
I do hope she's enjoying it. Junior says Borstals were properly known as approved schools, as Mikey said, like young offenders centres, junior version of prison, school, in that the only real lesson they taught was to obey the sodding law. Yes. There's on YouTube they did a short, I think it's like a 4-part series. I think it's done by Channel 4 or something. But they did like a social experiment thing where they got a group of like 18-year-old lads and put them in like a simulated Borstal with the same rules and things. And by the time they came out of it, they'd gone from being like these assholes that, you know, some of them had been to prison, some of them were on the way to prison. I think one of them was even, one of the conditions of him not going to prison was he took part in the show. And by the end of it, they had full-time jobs and everything, and they were behaving themselves. Lexi says she just got back. I bought some Piedmont peppers from the Swiss garden when I went to Shuttlesworth Air Show on Sunday. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I've planted the rest of my tomato plants I grew. Got 4 left, but ran out of compost. Oh no!
Oh no!
Lexi, my potatoes are going wild. Sounds like a euphemism. And taking over my veg. Oh dear, it's not getting any better. Taking over my veg patch, despite having a massive separate veg patch I built for them. Wow. Oh, sorry, Lexi. Paul says, "Why can't the government do national service for youth offenders and the same for those who sat at the job centres booked for months or years?"
Because us people in the military don't want to have to deal with those assholes. It's bad enough dealing with the nice people.
I think that's the problem, isn't it? Is in order to have national service or military national service anyway, you have to have military people to look after them.
Yeah, we just don't have enough supervision.
Exactly.
The fact is, none of us want to actually just turn up and charge people and all that sort of stuff. You just want to get an honest day's work done.
Yeah. Now, if they put them on the bins or something, then yeah, fair enough. But military's not a good idea.
Put them on the bins.
Yeah. Last thing you want is some idiot that thinks it's okay to carry a knife to suddenly be trained how to carry a firearm. That is not good. Yeah. Okay.
Why would I want to?
I'm going to put it on that way. There you go.
Why would I want to cut them off and replace them with those that are exactly the bloody same?
Because you love it.
Because you love creating work for yourself. Matthew says, I wouldn't trust these wannabe gangsters and chavs with loaded water pistol. Yeah, exactly. Julian, I never knew why they were called Borstals. Apparently from a place called Borstal in Kent, where they ran a young offenders experiment. Yes. Lexi says, I have a theory that within 3 years, I should be self-sufficient for tomatoes, potatoes, November to January, red currants, black currants, and peppers, and kiwis. I bought a plant because I can't stop. Money plant.
Yeah, we normally end up sufficient on potatoes and onions for at least 6 months.
Yeah.
5, 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah. Jem says, if those teens were in Saudi Arabia, none would have any hands attached by now. Yeah.
That is true.
Oh, yes.
They don't realise how lucky they are. Lexi says, let's be honest, there are so many issues with youth now. Like the job market, even for someone in work, it's disgusting. For entry level, it's even worse. Yeah, exactly. But it's still no excuse for bad behaviour and treating people badly. Lexi says, and for people younger than that, they're just being fed slop and addictive media and being encouraged to use AI rather than critical thinking or learning how to do things. Yeah.
These are all valid comments.
They are indeed. Julian says, you'll be self-sufficient in New Zealand as Lexi. Oh, the fruit, not the people. Adam, it is very likely I'll never own a house. Yeah, I'll never own a house either, mate, don't worry. Which is a shame. Lexi says, I've never been successful with onions. I'm transforming my front garden, which was just slate and gross, and gross. And I'm hoping to put in a few veg beds for onions. Really? You could plant an oranges.
Oranges.
Yeah. When I was a kid, my nan and granddad did that for me. I had an orange one day when I sat in their garden. So my granddad got me to plant it, and he grew an little orange tree in the back garden out the seeds.
No.
Adam says, unless the market goes bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Have I?
They're trying to move away from private ownership, aren't they? Because, socialism. That's how it works.
Because socialism.
Yeah. State control of the means of production, distribution, and wealth. Economic socialism. Private ownership is capitalism.
I'd rather be a capitalist.
Go says, I'm jealous. I miss my garden and landscaping.
I can move to Australia. You'll still never own a house, but at least you'll be at the beach, sort of like, thinking, how shit is my life? Oh, I hate watching these waves.
Jim says, I can grow a successful range of weeds all year round. Yeah, same here. Honeysuckle seems to be the one that's taking over my garden again this year. I bloody hate this stuff.
Yeah.
So honeysuckle is a recently developed part of Newcastle.
Yeah. Lexi says, I've got a citrus plant that I bought from B&Q when I moved in with my partner, and it's growing massive fruit. The issue is they're sour, gross citrus that you don't really eat. So I'm going to make some liquor with it instead. Nice.
Oh.
I'm glad you used to have an apple tree in the back garden. So it's really cool because in the autumn and that, I could go into the garden, just pick the cooking apples off the tree and just go and make an apple crumble and stuff. If I was bored. June says, the house I co-own with my brother, we inherited. I expect the majority of owners these days inherited the property. Yeah. Especially youngsters. Lexi says, it's not real socialism. If anything, it's just feudalism 2.0.
There's some lovely filth down here. Ooh, how do you do?
Matthew says, gardening eats into my model making time and energy. Yeah. I just can't do it because stuff like even just leaning forward and stuff makes me go dizzy and my heart goes all funny. Starts doing stupid shit like going irregular rhythms and things. Adam says, I can't buy a house, but I can buy a piece of land and be a lord. Work that one out. Yeah.
You can build a castle.
Yeah. A guy did it on a Welsh hill, didn't he? He built his own castle out of stones. Without anyone.
English law says that every Englishman is entitled to his own castle.
Yeah. Was a veteran in Wales. He just started carrying rocks up the hill and slowly made his own little castle. And then the council found out and said, no, you got to take that down. It's not your land. Lexi says, following Ghost, I'd never owned a house with a garden. When I met Mr. Modeler, he had just plain grass strip. I was like, that's not staying like that. But now he loves it. And she bought an apple tree from the Home Bargains for like £5 last year. This year, got its first apple. Nice. The problem we had was where the apple tree was, it was like 6 foot away from the back fence. And the other side of the back fence, which was just basically logs stacked up, was woodland and stuff and fields. Mm-hmm. So you quite often get squirrels coming over and just trying to nick the apples and things.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Bob says, my brother used to work in Buzz and Wait. He had someone bring back a grow bag complaining nothing grew. Didn't realise that it's just a medium and you had to plant your own seeds. Oh, dear God. People, they live amongst us.
Good. He could be Prime Minister one day.
Lexi says, Ghost says, Lexi, I had 1.5 acres and a big garden. I gave away hundreds of pounds of food. Yeah. Lexi says, following Ghost, that sounds amazing. Yeah, my stepnan used to have 1/3 of an acre, and she used to grow damsons and all sorts. When she passed away, my step uncle got it. He bought my stepdad out. So he owns it now and rents it out to people. Because it's in the countryside, so it's a third of an acre with a stream across the bottom of the property. And then it's just all fields for like 2 miles in every direction. Oh, my head. Lexi says, the only thing I had this year was having to give away plants to friends and family. I ended up growing about 40 tomato plants and 30 courgette plants. I've got 15 courgette plants in my patch. Oh.
Why? What courgettes are? Is that cucumber or zucchini?
It's like a zucchini.
Like a zucchini. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we don't call them courgettes here.
Yeah.
Or if they get large, they call them marrows.
Yeah. Adam says, if only we didn't lose the farm in the war, it would be worth a fair amount of millions. Yeah. Paul says, I've been a gardener for over 15 years. Oh, the lights just went out and came back on. That was weird. Yeah, my stepdad's a gardener.
Oh.
Bob says, not sure what to do about my rose. It's nearly reached the gutter height. We had one in our garden, and rather than, because it was going up the side of the outhouse, so what I did is, we had a wire mesh fence at the time, so I gently sort of bent it over and put some cable ties on it so that it grew along the fence. So then the buds, as it was growing along, the buds would go upwards. So we ended up with like a row of roses along the top of the fence.
Right.
And then the neighbour went, I don't like having a fence. Is it all right if I build a 4-foot high breeze block wall? Like, yeah, fine, whatever. As long as I don't have to do it. Go says, I used a picture of my vegetable garden on my sort of cookbook I wrote. Nice. Lexi, and about 10 tomato plants. A lot of the tomatoes didn't survive the first heat wave. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Julian says, Bob, I can beat that. During COVID, a woman said the mask made it hard to breathe, so she cut a hole in it. Oh, dear God.
So at the top of the hour, I've got all the bits on mine. So all that remains now is just give it a coat of dust and all that stuff next week.
Lexi says she doesn't like courgettes. Adam, that was weird because the warehouse light just went out at the exact same time. Mad. Bob says, Julian, they live amongst us. Yes, they do. Lexi, roses are such fickle plants. They aren't bastards like tomato plants, but they're just contrarian and difficult. Yeah. See, we never planted it. It was just one that had grown. So I wasn't bothered. Julian says, they do indeed, Bob. Sadly, Darwin has too many days off. Yeah. Right. We're at the 2-hour mark, just coming up to it. So, yeah, that's been a good session. It's gone quite quickly.
I've done a lot. I've got a lot of stuff on, so that's nice.
Yeah, I've got the running boards on.
Yeah, you've got all these bits that I don't have.
Yeah, well, I've got the mud ladders on. I've got the bit for putting the starting handle in. That's about it. Everything just seems to take forever on this. And I do apologise to people that it's taking so long, but it's MiniArt. What do you expect? So yeah, I've got a few little bits, all the little bits now that I need to do. Other than that, it's going all right now. And there's obviously decaling to do. There you go.
I'll put that up there, out of the way.
There we go. Nice. Right. Lexi says, Julian, I can't believe the coup was 6 years ago. I remember when I started getting panic attacks with the masks and had to wear the lanyard. Feels such a long time ago now. I didn't even wear the lanyard. because someone challenged me when I was, or the security person challenged me when I went into Tesco's, and they said, "Where's your mask?" And I said, "Don't need one." "Yeah, you do. You got to wear one." "No, I don't. I'm exempt." "Well, where's your lanyard?" "Not legal requirement. Don't need one. Go away." So they started arguing, and I went, "Look, do me a favor. Fuck off. You got a problem? Go and speak to your boss. I've read the act, and nothing in there says I have to have the lanyard or a mask. Now, fuck off, otherwise I'm going to bloody hit you." So they stormed off, went, spoke to the boss, and the boss went, "Yeah, he's right. You can't do anything about it." And they went, "Well, what's the point in having the security to stop people then?" So, yeah. Jimmy says, "Darwin was misunderstood. We don't have survival of the fittest, we have survival of the thickest." Hey, nothing wrong with thick people. I'm particularly thick and padded, I'll have you know. Yes. And on that note,
All for now.
we've got the Lysander tomorrow. Oh, no,
No, we haven't got anything
No.
tomorrow.
no, we've got Lysander Thursday. Well pointed out there, John. Tracky says, "Yo, just joined. What's going on?" We're just finishing up, mate.
About to bail.
Remember, it's 12 till 2 each session. Or as close as. There you go. Yeah. So Thursday, I've got Lysander. Because do you know what it is? Because I did the member stream on last Wednesday. So I'm getting muddled up with days.
So you reckon next Tuesday is the last Austin session? Or
Hopefully. Like I said, I've still got a few little bits to put on. And just need to and then do the deckling. There's not that many decals to go on. And I'm not weathering mine because I'm doing the Lanchester, the Austin, and the Rolls Royce together as like museum piece, aren't I? So yeah. Possibly, yeah, probably. So Lexi says, "Have a good day." June says,
thanks for joining us.
Yeah. June says, "Yeah, but you're not thick between the ears, Mikey." Oh, I don't know. June says, "You too, Lexi." Yeah. Right. That's it. We're back on Thursday, 12 till 2 with the Lysander. Until then, bye for now.
Hooray.